What's up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, the real thing. Hey, Pig's Dream. Tone is not with us, but he's with us. What's up, a friendo? What's up, a Wally Blue? No, I'm not muted. Am I muted? Pig's Dream, are you playing with me? Somebody... Oh, that was you. It's alright. It's okay. I'm a little bit irritated. This is allergies, not something transmittable. In case somebody comes in, like a carnivore dieter, and tells me that I have allergies because I haven't eaten a steak in a while. But to be fair, it's been a while since we saw any carnivore dieters here. Oh, I thought that video was pulling a fast one as well. I thought, well, because Pig's Dream is very clever. But I never know when they joke. Well, when he jokes. Yeah, the music is cool. I like it as well. Hey, Vegan Power Lab, what's up? So, hello everybody. So we continue to explore the new book. And that is the fault of the real thing. Totally not the fault of mine for choosing the wrong book in the first place, right? Totally not my fault. Oh shit, I was hoping you could see the seat of my couch, but you can't. And that's a shame, because I put something there for somebody who might join later. It's my Chromebook. I was hoping, in case somebody specific came in here, he would see my Chromebook. But he's neither here, nor can you see it. Never mind, this is an inside joke, don't worry about it. Anyways, totally for the fault of the real thing and totally not my fault at all. We are continuing with the reading of my new book. But, the new book that we found. But, there are apparently several, and you get to decide, several ways we can use this. This is how we used to read this book so far, but there are also options of sepia, apparently. It's not sepia, it's beige. And night, which is also not very knightly. It's kind of, I don't know. Well, I guess this one I can give you. And there are other options, but I think I like sans, and I think this is too big. Or maybe, yeah, the big one is good. Who wants sepia? Who wants dark mode? I always go for dark mode. Yeah, I think so as well, but I also like this sepia one. It's very pretty. Very nice looking. Yeah, the big text is very nice. Yeah, so altogether it is a superior book, but it sets us back because there are all kinds of very important concepts in this book that were not in the old book. So we're going to go through it. We are going to do 2 more live stream on this one and the next one, I think. Because there is an entire fucking chapter, a very important chapter that just completely wasn't in the old book. Maybe, but probably there were bits and pieces of it, but I wasn't able to read it so far. And the formal logic summation is ready, but I'm not going to record it today because I have this thing that looks like a venereal disease. It's not, but that's what it looks like. Yeah, so we said night shade. All right. I have written down what we accidentally skipped by using the wrong book, and we're gonna go from there. Okay, so those things we talked about in the last book, so I'm gonna skip them, like complete truth tables and shit like that. I did summarize a little bit in the thing, but never mind. We're just going to start with semantic concepts, which we also learned a little bit, but we're going to go through it anyways because it adds new stuff in there. I think this view would be better, yeah. I've added a new view, so it's amazing altogether. All right. So in the previous chapter, whatever, we're talking about complete truth tables. In the previous chapter, we introduced the idea of valuation. Valuation, okay. So you do need to know what valuation is because we haven't learned that. Valuation is any assignment of truth values to a particular sentence of TFL. So when you put ones and zeros and truth and false into the truth table, that's valuation, right? It's like a valuation, but without an if for some reason. Don't know which one. We introduced the idea of valuation and showed how to determine the truth value of any TFL sentence on any valuation using a truth table. In this chapter, we will introduce some related ideas and show how to use truth tables to test whether or not they apply. We talked about tautology and contradiction quite extensively. I even wrote a summation about it, but so maybe, yeah, we're gonna skip them. I'm not sure. I skipped it, but I don't know if there is new interesting ideas here. Well, let's just read through it really fast. I'm sorry. In chapter 3, we explain necessary truth and necessary falsity. In our book, in chapter 3, we just directly talked about tautology and contradiction. So a tautology is true on every valuation. So every row in truth table must be true in order for a proposition to be a tautology. We can use truth tables to decide whether a sentence is a tautology. If the sentence is true on every line of its complete truth table, then it is true on every valuation. So it's a tautology. In the example of chapter 11, blah, 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 is a tautology. This is only, though, a surrogate for necessary truth. So there is a separation there. Interesting. There are some necessary truths that we cannot adequately symbolize in TFL. One example is 2 + 2 = 4. This must be true, but if we try to symbolize it in TFL, the best we can offer is a sentence letter, and no sentence letter is a tautology. Yeah. Well, because it's not going to be like, you can't split it up to A is true and B is false. You can't split it up because those are not complete sentences, so you can't use TFL on it. The only way, yeah, you understand. Right. I'm drinking aspartame, by the way, so whatever happens, happens. Tautology. So, still, if we can adequately symbolize some English sentence using a TFL sentence, which is a tautology, then that English sentence expresses a necessary truth. I hope you understand the difference between necessary truth and tautology. Necessary truth is a concept in English, and tautology is a concept in TFL. This is how I understand it. Anyways. So we have a similar surrogate for necessary falsity. It's a contradiction if every valuation in a truth table is false. We can use truth tables to decide whether a sentence is a contradiction. If the sentence is false on every line of its complete truth table, then it is false on every valuation, so it is a contradiction. In the example of chapter 11 is this thing. Let's see how we can learn. Actually, one of the next time we're gonna look into something that will help us kind of look at the sentence and decide if it's a contradiction or not without using a truth table. It's gonna be amazing. Seriously, how does the previous book not have it? I don't know. Equivalence. We also talked about it ad nauseum, but let's go through it because there are new things here. So this is a similar useful notion, they call it. Useful. A and B are equivalent. See how this stays in sepia for some reason. You see what I'm seeing? It's really hard to see in the night vision, but can you see that? Can you see that that's A and B? I can barely see it. Jesus. Leave it in sepia, says. I think VPL is appeasing me. But yeah, I think sepia can read it better, I guess. Right. So A and B are equivalent if for every valuation, their truth values agree, i.e. if there is no valuation in which they have opposite truth values. Yes, IP is winning solution, yeah. The real thing is trying to save face, since he's the one responsible for this. More learning, you're responsible for more learning. There we go. Let's make it positive. Right. We have already made use of this notion in effect in section 1.3, which we didn't go through, but that's fine. The point was blah, blah, blah. We remember this, going through this, where you put the... what do you call that? Fuck. Now I have to go in there. Blah, blah, blah. What do you call that? Fuck. I'm curious about what that MacBook. Sorry, it's not MacBook, it's Chromebook. It's an inside joke on a tiny secret Discord, which I just gave out, and the real thing is staring off his hair about me just talking about it. I bet. What's the problem, though? The real thing. We're allowed to have secrets, and we're allowed to talk about having the secrets, just not about the secrets themselves. Right. The Chromebook is, it's in the inside story. I apologize. Big and power like. Well, but now nobody talks about it. I don't give a shit. Rules don't apply to me. But what are the name of these things? Please, somebody, English speaker, tell me what those things are called. The thingies. These are thingies. What are they called? Please. Oh, man. Parentheses. Thank you. Thank you, Vegan Power Lab. I appreciate you. My brain is a bit melty today because I really want to do something else. But I'm doing this because I'm committed. I really, really want to do something else. So my brain keeps jumping there. And I was trying to read this entire thing and stay committed to it. It was really hard today. What is it that I want to do? Oh, man. I recorded something today and I want to edit it. It's not for this channel, though. So I don't want to talk about it. I want to keep those things separate. So, yeah. But it recorded something. Could be interesting. But I want to see what it looks like in edit. Really want to do that right now. Really don't want to do this right now. But I'm doing it because I'm committed. I got committed. Friendo, you're welcome. So, parentheses, equivalence. Right, so we already talked about the value of parentheses when we're talking about, so in some cases, in this case, conjunction. It doesn't mean a goddamn thing. A conjunction B in parentheses conjunction C is the same as A conjunction in parentheses B conjunction C. They're the same fucking sentence, basically. Do that. No, I'm committed. Just don't be... Come on, Vegan Power Lab. Don't do it. Don't do it. I might get run away. Listen, there are only 4 chapters, relatively small. I'm gonna finish that and then I'll go do the other thing, okay? But I have to finish this first. So, yeah, I lost interest in logic chaddom now. No, I haven't. I just specifically write this minute since I woke up. I just wanted to do something else. I haven't lost interest in the logic chaddom. I have huge amount of interest in the logic tandem. But 2 things happen. 1, I have to reread the entire fucking book to create this summation. And you know, both of you and Vegan Power Lab know that, and Pig's Dream knows as well. And everybody in my fucking chat almost knows that there is another thing that's happening. There another Discord server that has a lot of projects in it. And I'm kind of trying to make them all happen. So there are so many things happening. And then on top of that, there's this another thing happening. And I woke up just wanted to do this one thing. There are too many things happening at once. It's kind of driving me crazy. But I feel alive. I feel like I'm doing something important. So that's also good. But today I wanted to take a break from important. I wanted to do something else. This other thing that occupies my mind is totally not important. Totally just fuckery is what it is. Just fuckery. But I want to do it really, really bad. I hope I can finish it today. So those 2 sentences are equivalent. It's easy to test for equivalence using truth tables. So the sentence negative P disjunction Q and negative P conjunction negative Q, are they equivalent? Well, to find out, we construct a truth table. So it ends up, so we write down both arguments once side by side, right? And what we're testing in the end is the negation of those, of this one, right? And the conjunction of this one. And they do look equivalent because in every line they have the same truth valuation, I guess, is the thing. Look at the columns of the main logical operator. Main logical operator is what you decide. The thing that you do last is the most important shit. Right? Negation for the first sentence, conjunction for the second. Go through the rows, blah, blah, blah. We found out. So on the first 3 rows, both are false. On the final row, both are true. Since they match on every row, the 2 sentences are equivalent. Let's do half logic and half we talk about that secret Discord server. Which one? The one that creates all the projects. It's not secret. The other one is actually secret, so we're not going to talk about. They are equivalent, yeah. All right. Okay, so this is new one. This we haven't talked about. So satisfiability. I'm not sure I understood it all the way through, but we're going to try to go through it. So in chapter 3, we said that the sentences are jointly possible if it is possible. I don't know why they write if with double F every fucking time. I'm not sure about that. I wish On and Off was here. He would tell me. It's probably somewhere in a fucking book. But we haven't read this book. We read the other book, which didn't have the sepia option. So I had to switch to this one. So, if it is possible for all of them to be true at once, we can offer a surrogate for this notion too. So, a sentence, preposition, whatever, are jointly satisfiable to the fell if there is some valuation which makes them all true. So, if you have multiple propositions, like multiple or 2 propositions that have one row that have the same valuation, then they are jointly satisfiable. I'm guessing this is what was the name of it? It's contingency, I think, in the other book, and in this book, it's jointly satisfiable. Derivatively, sentences are jointly unsatisfiable if no valuation makes them all true. Again, it is easy to test for joint satisfiability using truth tables. Entailment and validity. The following idea is closely related to the joint satisfiability. The sentence A1, A2, and so forth entail the sentence B if no valuations of the relevant sentence letters make all of this true and B false, right? This is a new notion that we definitely didn't talk about. Again, it is easy to test with the truth table to check whether negative L conditional parenthesis J disjunction L and negative L entail J. They put it really awkwardly. But basically what they mean, I think, is this is a first proposition. This is a second proposition. Therefore, this is conclusion, right? This is what they mean in the end, but they put it awkwardly because sometimes maybe, I don't know, it's in another sentence as well. But that's what they mean in the end. So we simply need to check whether there is any valuation which makes both this and this true whilst making J false. So we use the truth table, right? So we check both this and this against this. And if there is a row in which both of these are true and this one is false, then this doesn't entail this. That's what they mean by that. All of that stuff. So the only row in which both this and this are true is the second row. There you go. And J is also true in that row. So this and this entails J. We now make an important observation. If A1, A2 entail B in TFL, it's not B, I guess. What is this? It's some kind of is it C? Okay, that's fine. in TFL, then A1, B, conclusion C is valid. So that's what I said before, right? What they actually trying to explain with this entailment stuff, I think, is that if this is true, if P1 is true, P2 is true, and the conclusion is also true, then P1 and P2 entail the conclusion. I'm talking too much in English, but I think it's easier. So here's why. Suppose A1, A2, and etc. entail C in TFL. Can it happen that the argument A1, A2, conclusion C is invalid? Then there would be a case in which makes all of this true and C false relative to some symbolization key. This case would generate a valuation of a sentence letters occurring in both A1, A2, etc. and C. Take the truth value of any sentence letter to be just the truth value of a corresponding sentence in the case in question. So this is really like kind of written weirdly, and I only understood it because I read it already today. If I didn't read it already, I would get stuck on this. So you're welcome. Let me sit down because I'm tired. Okay, so, but this is impossible, they say, since we assumed that A1, A2, so forth entail C in TFL, and so there is no valuation which makes all of A1, A2, etc. true and also makes C false. So it can't happen that the argument A1, A2, etc. conclusion C is invalid. Consequently, it must be valid. So basically, entailment and validity are kind of, in case of an argument, are kind of the same thing, is what they're trying to say. Or if it entails, then it's valid. In short, we have a way to test for validity of English arguments. First, we symbolize them in TFL, then we test for entailment in TFL using truth tables. That's what they're saying. And later, next time, we're gonna learn how to not use truth tables and to find out if an argument is true or false anyways. So, the double, we have a new symbol, guys. The double turnstile, however you say that. I did not check how you say that before. So we're gonna check that now. Turnstile, that was correct. It just still breaks me a little bit. So the double turnstile. In what follow, we will use the notion of entailment rather a lot in this book. So it's a good thing that we read about it, isn't it? Hey, what's up, Bianca? Bianca is late because she doesn't want to be here. So thank you for being here anyways. Buffering. It's okay again. Well, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Bianca, I haven't shown you something. Hold on. Bianca, this is my Chromebook. Meet my Chromebook. This is my Chromebook. I thought you should know that. This is my Chromebook. Okay. That's all I wanted to say. Sorry, Vegan Power Lab. I will explain it to you in private, okay? I just don't want to explain it to public. I just want to make the joke in public and for nobody to understand it except for several people. That's all I want to do. Okay. You see, Bianca understood it. So we use the notion of entailment rather a lot in this book. It will help us then to introduce a symbol that abbreviates it, rather than saying that the TFL sentences blah 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 together entail C. We will abbreviate this to something you can't say, so of course it's going to be a fucking abbreviation. Is the formal logic supposed to be just written down? Is that what's going on? I don't know. No worries, people are allowed to have inside jokes. Yeah. So this is, I'm gonna make it bigger for a second. Ugh. This is the new symbol that is called the double turnstile that symbolizes entailment. Nice for them, I guess. So, the symbol is known as the double turnstile since it looks like a turnstile. What the fuck is a turnstile? Oh, did I close it? Hold on. What the fuck is a turnstile? A mechanical device used to limit the passage of individuals moving from one public area to another. Oh, so it's that thing that flips around, is that's turnstile? When you go to like a subway or something, there's a thing that's like kind of turns around, or at my work there's a huge thing that turns around like that and you have to unlock it. Yeah, okay. Moving from one public area to another, or to one at a time, consisting of vertical posts. So it's the vertical posts specifically. Okay, that's fine. What is a turnstile? Yeah, now we know. Sorry, once in a while I have to revitalize by drinking. I'm not gonna make it. It's been 30 minutes. Okay. I really want to finish the 4 things today, so we're gonna do it. So this known as the double turnstile. I don't know why it reminds them of the thing that we modernly, in modernity, know as the turnstile, I guess. Since it looks like a turnstile with 2 horizontal beams. Yeah, okay. Let's be clear. The double turnstile is not a symbol of TFL. Rather, it is a symbol of our meta language, our augmented English, right? Recall the difference between object language and meta language from chapter 8. And in my recap, I'm gonna talk about it. So, right here. So, but if you want to know right now, we can find it because I'm not gonna do the recap today. So meta language is in all cases English, and it's a language that we use to talk about TFL. It's augmented because the double turnstile is not an English concept. It's a concept created specifically to talk about the object language, which is the TFL. So that's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because of that vegan power lab. I have no idea why they call it that way. Looks nothing like it. But okay. I don't know, like, it says that it's 2 horizontal beams. I don't understand what they mean. Oh, do they mean the one that I said? It's the one that rotates like that and not like that, because there are 2 of them, aren't they? It's one of them that looks like that and turns around. Oh, now I'm puppeteering with my hands. Well, that's what we turn, and the other one is just like that. It just flips around and it's like beams. Yeah, I understand. Hey, Tone, tofu life. What kind of tofu are you eating? What did you do with your tofu while you weren't here? No, TIF is not Turkish Football League. It's, hold on. TFL. So, in the previous book, we were calling it Sentential Logic, SL. But in this book, they renamed it and they call it Truth Functional Logic, TFL. All right? Yeah. Truth Functional Logic. Yeah. Oh, not done yet. That's amazing. I'm also gonna eat tofu after I finish this. And I'm gonna do something really stupid, but I really want to do it. So there we go. So rather than a symbol of meta-language augmented English, recall the sentence, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So A, then if A, then B entails B is just an abbreviation for the meta-language sentence, the TFL sentence A, and A conjunction B entails B. So note that there is no limit to the number of TFL sentences that can be mentioned before the symbol entail. Indeed, we can even consider the limiting case. This one. This says that there is no valuation which makes all the sentences mentioned on the left side of entailment true whilst making all the sentences on the right side, in this case C, false. So C is just like universal truth, I guess. There's no sentences, since no sentences are mentioned on the left side in this case, this just means that there is no valuation which makes C false. So it's absolute truth, is what I said. Otherwise put, it says that every evaluation makes C true. Just say it, that it's like universal truth. Fuck. Otherwise put, I haven't read this part, I don't know if you noticed. It says that C is a tautology. Equally, to say that A is a contradiction, we can write A and then entailment. So this means that everything that you can ever say as a conclusion of A is gonna be false, right? That's cool. What do you mean? Well, we'll have it. Close enough. You're gonna have some smoked tofu. Ooh, nice. That's good. Oh, smoked tofu. I haven't had smoked tofu in about a year and a half. There used to be a small cafe place that used to sell it, but now they don't anymore. And there are no smoked tofus in the vicinity of anywhere in my house. Of my house, the small cafe was smoking their own tofu. That's why they had it. There are no smoked tofus in my city, I think. I've never seen it. So, for this says that no valuations make A true. Sometimes we will want to deny that there is a tautological entailment and say something in this shape. It is not the case that A and so forth entails C. In that case, we can just slash the turnstile through and write like that. Okay, that's interesting. So, because this is not TFL, this is just us speaking in augmented English. We'll have it in all supermarkets here. Oh man, I wish. I really like the smoked tofu. Really like it. Just slice it, put it in a fucking sandwich. That's amazing. Oh, smoked tofu dessert. What the fuck is that? Oh. Maybe I should start being like an importer of vegan shit into the city. Well, the city doesn't have that many vegans, so. Oh man, it's in every supermarket regardless of what supermarket chain it is. Oh man, I wish. Veganism is growing where you are. It's stagnant where I am, but many things are. Actually live in a very religious city. It's incredibly religious for the most part. So every vegan restaurant has closed. There are no more vegan restaurants. Although almost all restaurants have vegan options. So do street treats and make more vegans? Yeah. Fuck no. I wanna live. I wanna live, and I don't want to have a fucking nervous breakdown. Fuck no. Religion does suck. It's true. Religion sucks. Right, let's continue this. In that case, we can just slash that over. We're at this. This means that some valuation makes all this true whilst making C false. I'm not sure that I understood this. So it's not the case that all the propositions entail C. So yeah, so it's like partial. Okay, so some valuation makes is a what do you call it? Prequel to what we read next, which is first order logic, what we come back to later in this book. Yeah, that sentence was weird, but we already were in first order logic. We just called it QL. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So note that this does not follow that the negation of this, because it's somewhere in the middle. For it is possible that some other valuation make all of this true and makes C also true. For instance, P does not entail Q, but also P does not entail negation of Q. It's interesting. Again, I haven't read this part, but I think we're gonna split it into even more live streams. I don't know. We'll see how much, because we're just on the first one. There are so much more to read. So entailment versus conjunction, not conjunction, contingency. No, not contingency. Oh man, my con words are fucked up again. Fuck. Come on. Conditional. Fuck me. Conditional. Too many con words. Too many con words. Prequel makes sense. Yeah. Now logic supercharged. Yeah. We're gonna make everybody, including Bianca, into logic chads. Right. Now we want to compare and contrast entailment with conditional. Observe, A entails C if no valuations of the sentence letter makes A true and C false. Observe, A conditional C is a tautology if no valuations of the sentence letters make A conditional C false. Since a conditional is true except when its antecedent is true and the consequent is false, A conditional C is a tautology if no valuations makes A true and C false. Combining these two observations, we see that A conditional C is a tautology if A entails C. But there is a really important difference between those two concepts, because conditional is a sentential connective of TFL and entailment is a symbol of augmented English. Specific the double turnstile. Is that what we called it? Turnstile. Right. So then, indeed, when conditional is flanked with two TFL sentences, the result is a longer TFL sentence. By contrast, when we use the double turnstile, we form a metalinguistic sentence that mentions the surrounding TFL sentences. The English word implies is often used as a synonym for entails. So some logicians also use it for the conditional. Since this is liable to commit the confusion warned about above, we avoid to use implies in as much as possible. Now there are consequences of drinking aspartame. Right, whatever it used to means entails. So we're gonna skip the practice exercises because we're gonna keep running. Limitations of TFL. Oh, I'm gonna read the chat a little bit though. Do you smoke? Yeah, all the time. Yuck, disgusting habit. I used to smoke for 25 years. Or 24, I don't know. I smoke tofu. Yeah, it's cute to joke. The real thing. Bianca is secretly taking notes. I'm sure she is. I'm sure Bianca is becoming like the best logic chat. So she absorbs fucking everything. I'm sure she reads ahead. When I'm confused, I'm sure she reads ahead. Only to show everyone I've been learning this whole time. It makes sense about Bianca. Sometimes I use liquid smoke to flavor tofu. It's amazing. But liquid smoke, it's not the best for health. So use it sparingly. I don't have liquid smoke in your house. Oh, that's good. But I've been thinking about getting one. I have a bottle. I got it like 3 or 4 years ago and still haven't run out. Nope, you wish, says Bianca. Bianca dismantled your argument, Vegan Power Lab. So there you go. You can find in between the two of you. I'm going to read about the limitations of TFL. So we have reached important milestone, which I wish we had in the previous book. A test for the validity of arguments. However, we should not get carried away just yet. Break the brakes. It is important to understand the limits of our achievement. We will illustrate these limits with 4 examples. Consider the argument. Daisy has 4 legs. Therefore, Daisy has more than 2 legs. To symbolize this argument in TFL, we would have to use 2 different sentence letters, perhaps F and T, for the premise and the conclusion, respectively. Now, it is obvious that F does not entail T, but the English argument is surely valid. Why is it obvious that F doesn't entail T? I don't know. For some reason. 4 reasons. I don't have liquid smoke either. I don't find it. Well, if you order supplements online, you can order it from there, I think. Yeah. So, second, consider the sentence. Jan is neither bald nor not bald. To symbolize the sentence in TFL, we would offer something like negative J, conjunction, negative J. This is a contradiction. Check it with the truth table. We do need to. We see that it's a contradiction, but sentence 1 does not in itself seem like a contradiction. We might have happily added, Jan is on the borderline of baldness. Third, consider the following sentence. It is not the case if God exists, speaking of religion being evil. If God exists, she answers malevolent prayers. Symbolizing this in TFL, we would offer something like negative J conditional M. Now, negative J conditional M entails J. Again, check this in the truth table. How would that happen? Negative J. Let's check it really quickly. It's been a while since we've done a truth table. Let's do one. Sorry. I almost spill shit. But I haven't, so that's good. Yeah. Let's do that really quickly. I'm gonna move it in a second so everybody can see, but first... Oh, I can't copy the goddamn fucking thing. This sucks, man. I'm just gonna write it in words, okay? So, so it's gonna be negative. Neg. It's gonna be G. It's gonna be G as well. G and M. Negative G. Conditional. Let's just put everybody like that. Conditional, or let's put this There, I'm gonna make it big in a second. There you go. And then, oh, for fuck's sakes. There. It even gives me a little symbol. That's cute. And then M. And then we gotta make it smaller. So, and then we're asking about G on its own as well. So, true, true, false, false. True, false, true, false. So first we go copy this here, copy this here. So conditional is only false if the antecedent is false and the consequent is true. So this is true. This is true. This is one is false, and this is still true. And the negation is the opposite. So 0, 0, 1, 0. Let's make this bold. And this just stays. So what we need to do, so needs to be no, well, it doesn't, does it? Because here it is. Here it is. I don't understand. That's not a new thing on this channel. So why would they say that it entails? We just learned about entailment. An entailment, for an entailment to happen, so this entire thing, there should be a line in which this entire thing is true, where the thing is also true. And it's not. So what? So it doesn't entail it. I don't understand. I don't understand. Again, check this with the truth table. I have. And it doesn't entail it. So I don't understand. Somebody, oh my god, where is on and off? Let me check myself, because I'm probably the dumbass. And the book is probably correct, right? So true, true, false, false. True, false, true, false. That's fine. And there's a negation of that. So it's only wrong when antecedent is false and the consequent is true. Let me check that. That's conditional. It's only false if the antecedent is true, but the consequent is false. There we go. That's the wrong place. So that's the problem. It's me. I'm the problem. So this is true. This is true, this is true, this is false. So this is supposed to be 1, and this is supposed to be 0. Yeah, so we have 1 and 1. So it does entail. All right. Oh, thank you, Vegan Pro Lab, you told me. But I wasn't looking, because I'm a dumbass. All right, but, okay, it doesn't entail. When we checked it, and, you know, we just need to stay on fucking point. All right. So if we symbolize sentence 2, in TFL, it seems to entail that God exists. Well, but that's strange. Surely even an atheist can accept sentence 2 without contradicting herself. I didn't understand that sentence either. What the fuck is wrong with me? So, so they say it is not the case that if God exists, then she answers malevolent prayers. It's not the case that if God exists, then she answers malevolent prayers. It's not the case that if God exists, then she answers malevolent prayers. Okay, so what they're saying is that this could be in TFL. This could be proof of the existence of God, basically, right? Because if this sentence entails G, then G can be the conclusion. Now I understand. Okay, good. I'm closing this. I'm not gonna look at it. Surely even an atheist can accept sentence 2 without contradicting yourself. Yeah, you can make the statement, but you don't have to accept the conclusion of it. One lesson of this is that the symbolization of sentence 2 as negation G conditional M shows that sentence, for some reason doing this helps me remember conditional. I don't know why. It shows that sentence 2 does not express that what we intend. Perhaps we should rephrase it. As if God exists, she does not answer malevolent prayers. And symbolize sentence 3 as G conditional negation M. See, it works every fucking time. Now, if atheists are right and there is no God, then G is false, and so is G conditional negation M. And so that is true. And the puzzle disappears. However, if G is false, then G conditional M, i.e. if God exists, she answers malevolent prayers, is also true. So, in different ways, these 4 examples, I didn't see 4, but that's fine, highlight some of the limits of TFL, symbolization of English in TFL, and the tests based on truth tables were devised. Our first example showed that TFL is not expressive enough to symbolize everything we might want in a way that shows us to apply our logical toolkit to even the best possible symbolization. We will later in chapter 26 that we can properly symbolize Daisy. I wasn't supposed to read this because we did talk about it, not in this way, but we did talk about the fact that the TFL is limited because it doesn't allow us to quantify. It's fine. We'll just... okay. I think I'm gonna skip this. It's basically... should I... Okay, I'm gonna read that. Okay. And... I am getting confused. Our first example showed that TFL is not expressive enough to symbolize everything we might want in a way that allows us to apply our logical toolkit to even the best possible symbolization. We will see later that we can properly symbolize Daisy has 4 legs and more expressive language, FOL. And then the best we will devise for FOL. And then the test we will devise for FOL will apply to give a correct answer. In sentence 1, I'm going to skip it, guys. Truth table shortcuts. I'm also gonna... fuck, no, let's go through it. Fuck. Truth table shortcuts. It's important, but it's a bit tedious and my brain is going. My brain is getting... I think you can visibly see that I'm becoming impatient about this. All right. I'll soldier through, though, as much as I can. So with practice, you will quickly become adept at filling out truth tables. In this chapter, we consider and justify. Your brain is tired too. So how about we take a little break? A 2-minute aspartame break. Let's do that. Sorry. I feel almost drunk. Both hot and logic. So let's take a break. I just had like a huge realization. Something I knew all along, but now I can formalize it. I do very little to earn your viewership on these live streams. Very, very little. I'm just basically rambling about the book, trying to understand it. And you guys are here almost every week. It's pretty why? Thank you for the panic. Oh my god, it went quiet in the kitchen. Panic. This is the best part, says the real thing. Thank you for your vote of confidence. Could have watched Poppy, but instead they leave us alone like that. See? The chat agrees with me. I do very little to earn your viewership on these live streams. Thank you. Thank you, Vegan Power Lab. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't deserve it, though. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, you are actually kind of learning something. So, Vegan Power Lab. A friendo came back from lurking to give us an emoji attack. Nonetheless, we must go back to this. Must we? Yes. Yes, we must. We must go back to this. I feel not at all refreshed, but I have less stuff in my bladder, so let's continue, I guess. So, truth table shortcuts. With practice, you will quickly become adept to filling the truth tables. Well, let's continue to this. Working through truth tables. So now it gives us a little bit of a cheat sheet for how to fill in truth tables quicker. So you will quickly find that you do not need to copy the truth value for each sentence letter, but can simply refer back to them. So you can speed things up, so you don't have to write this shit down. Well, if you do it not on a computer, you can just copy paste. You want to... Sure, we'll do that at the end, Bianca. We'll do Wahoo video of Poppy. Nobody knows what you're talking about, but they will find out. Efrendo and Vegan Power Lab and Pigstream will find out who Poppy is. Right. So you can speed things up by writing this, right? Or if you're on a computer, just copy paste. It's easier. So you will also for sure, you also know for sure that the disjunction is true, whether one of the disjuncts is true. Whenever one of the disjuncts is true. So if you find the true disjunct, there is no need to work out the truth value of other disjuncts. Thus, you might offer, right? So you just take, so if you found one, you just know that it's fine, it's true. Yeah, and that's what they mean. You can stop. Oh, yeah, hey, Martin. What's up? Hi, everyone. You've been quietly watching. You still have no idea what's going on, but you've been with us for a while, Martin. Listen, I'm gonna put this. This is the new summary. I think you're gonna have to ask me for permission to watch it, I think. I'll give you one. Don't worry about it. Just ask. That's the summary. But seriously, Martin, read the book also. It's not that long. I'm just making it look long. It's very easy. Oh, you're thick. I'm also thick. So that's what we're doing. Martin, thank you. Thank you for being thick with me. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you coming back from lurking as well. Thank you. So in this case, because you know that this junction is true. So what they mean once you found like some true value, you can stop. You don't have to continue. So maybe you need to like rework how you do this, right? So you do. Before I did the entire columns. Here they suggest to do rows. So that's interesting, right? If you start writing out one row and you find out that it's false, and then you start... Oh, what they mean is once you found one false, one's true, then you can fill in true. Because you know that's how disjuncts work, right? Once you found the false one, and you found one that is true, you just can fill in the truth. I think. I don't know. They don't say it. So if you find the true disjunct, there is no need to work out the truth value of the disjunct. Thus, you might offer. Okay. Equally, you know for sure that conjunction is false, whether one of the conjuncts is false, whenever one of the conjuncts is false. So if you find the false conjunct, there is no need to work out the truth value of the other conjuncts. Well, here they start at the end. How do they know that? Well, I don't know how they're doing this. That's not helping me at all. Tone, you cute. Trying to be cute here. It's fine. You can do it. I don't understand how this is a shortcut if we're starting from the back. I don't understand. I skipped this one when I was reading. I guess my mind is a bit melty. So wait. They started with this disjunct, I'm guessing. False, false, false. So this disjunct must be false and this false. So you... okay, so this... okay. No idea. No idea. Absolutely no idea what they're doing. Hey, Inquisitive Vegan. Inquisitive Vegan is here to help me. The not P on the right makes the conjunction false. Yeah, no, but I'm actually asking, what makes this a shortcut? I understand why they made why the truth tables looks like this wherever there is a truth table. I don't understand how they then pre-filled this. Don't really understand. I understand even less how they started from the back, from here. How does it help? In this example, you mean? Oh, in this example. The not P on the right makes it conjunction. False. The not P makes it false. Well, I understand. Damn, Inquisitive Vegan. That's good. So, because we know P is true and negative P is false, you just fill in false. That's what you mean? Because one of the conjunct, if one of the conjuncts is false, then you just pre-fill. Yeah. I get it. I understand. Amazing. Okay. Sometimes you can bypass my dumbassery and explain it to me in a way that I understand. That's good. Thank you for being here, Inquisitive Vegan. A similar shortcut is available for conditionals. You immediately know that a conditional is true if either its consequent is true or its antecedent is false. Thus you might wait. Consequent is true or antecedent is false. So you go to... so this is the... hold on. So we're talking about the main one, right? The main one. The main, it has a name. I don't remember what the name of it is, though. I wrote it down, so I will find it. Main logical operator. There we go. So you go directly to the main logical operator is what they mean, right? And if this is true and this is true, that's fine. But you know that if this is false and this is true, then the conditional is gonna be false. You don't go directly here, you go to this one. Okay, so here, if you know that if this is true and this is, if this is true and this is false, you know here it's going to be false. So you write down the, why are you writing down the truths only? No. Oh, I understand. I understand. You are looking for the when antecedent, again, I'm going to go back. Sorry. So conditional is only false when antecedent is true, but the consequent is false. So this is like the old times of me going through it painfully. So when you go to this conditional, if this is true and this is false, then it's going to be false. And all you looking in this case is to find out when this is true. So these follows ones you just ignore. So you write down true here. Now you look at this conditional as well. So when this is true and this is false. Then it's false. So this conditional is going to be true. How does that help you though? No, how does that help you? Like, okay, in this case, this helps you, right? You know that this proposition is going to be false. These two. You understand that. How does it help you here? To not pre-fill it. Because these, in this case, can still be true, can't they? This is false, and this is false as well. Both of these are true, that's why. Oh, it's confusing. It's confusing. I don't know if that's going to be a shortcut for me. I think for a really long while, I'm going to go through the entire truth table. Okay. So P conditional, Q conditional, P, and therefore conditional P is a tautology. In fact, it is an instance of Peirce's law, named the Charles, after Charles Sanders Peirce. Good for him. So this is going to be true because this is true. Yeah, I understand. Kind of. But it's too complicated it's too complicated is what I'm trying to say. Okay, testing for validity and entailment. In chapter 12, we saw how to use truth tables to test validity. We showed it. In that test, we look for bad lines where the premises are all true and the conclusion is false. Now, if the conclusion is true on a line, okay, then that line is not bad. What does that mean? And we don't need to evaluate anything else on that line to confirm this. Then that line is not bad. It's not. We look for bad lines. What does that mean? Sorry, I need to read this again. In chapter, my brain is definitely shutting down. And my chat is shut down entirely. So in chapter 12, we saw how to use truth tables to test for validity. In that test, we look for bad lines. Are we? lines where the premises are all true and the conclusion is false. Oh yeah, I remember. It's when we looked at the entailment. Now, if the conclusion is true on a line, then that line is not bad. So we can just keep going. And then when you don't need to evaluate anything else on that line to confirm them. We're still here, just silent. Thank you. If any premise is false on the line, that's what I'm saying. I don't deserve you. That's what I'm saying, Bianca. Thank you. If any premise is false on the line, then that line is not bad. Why? If the premise is false on the line, then that line is not bad. We don't need to evaluate anything else than that line to confirm this. There's another shortcuts of sort. With this in mind, we can speed up the test for... Can you hear the absolute racket outside, by the way? Absolutely horrid racket. With this in mind, we can speed up our test for validity quite considerably. Let's consider how we might test the following. Negation L, J, disjunction L. You don't hear racket, okay. Good. And then my microphone is doing its job. Somebody should. You waiting for me to catch up? Oh no. Oh, you're here to support my channel, my dying channel. You still don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. I'm working on a very interesting video. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be about as interesting as my previous videos with the cow. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to make it more interesting though, now that I have a face. I don't know why. I just want to make it more interesting. But I'm working on an interesting video about cogdis. So I hope it gives us some insight into the phenomena of cognitive dissonance. But it's going slow because I'm doing 100 things at a time. But now I'm doing this. So we can simply ignore the rest of the line. So after our first stage, we are left with something like this. The first thing we should do is, I've skipped, we should do is evaluate the conclusion. If we find that the conclusion is true on some line, then that is not a bad line. So we can simply ignore the rest of the line. So after the first stage, we're left looking like this. So we're saying true, true, for false. Yeah. So we should consider only these two lines then. Where the blends indicate that we won't bother with any more investigation, since the line is not bad. And the question marks indicate that we need to keep digging. Oh. You're thinking of live streaming yourself. Pig's dream. Absolutely do that. Painting the cow. Ah. Which cow are you painting? And have they consented? It is an awesome idea. Yeah, absolutely. Call me. I'm gonna be there in the live chat. My cow. You're gonna be painting my cow. Okay. I thought you thought they were ugly. My cow. I remember when I first introduced my cow, the white cow. Before that, there was a beautiful, beautiful red and the blue cow, but they were limited. When I introduced the white cow, Big Dream was like, oh, it's gonna take me a while to get used to this face. I took that to mean that you think that face was ugly. And they're not the prettiest cow. They do alright. They have the overbite. My overbite. They have lazy eyes sometimes, but here they're looking pretty much. Yeah, they're looking both sides the way cows do. It's fine. Yeah, go for it, Will. Go for it, paint. I'll be there, definitely. Maybe I can wear a cow and talk shit in your live stream. Maybe it could be a collab. I could just stand there as my previous self as the cow and just talk shit. Maybe you do a series of cows. Oh, that'd be pretty. Painting cows. That's cute. Yeah, doing your Bob Ross live. Yeah. Oh, what a flashback, Bob Ross, yeah? You can comment with nothing but logic symbols. YouTube is gonna definitely lose itself. I don't know if the algorithm knows what's going on. Will know what's going on. Oh, but can definitely try. Tone is a bit of a troll. You people don't know that, but Tone, it's quite the trolly type. Right. Let's keep digging then. The easiest premise to evaluate is the second. So we do that next. Why it's the easiest one to evaluate? Because both false. Hold on. True, false. So we know these are good lines. We don't care. We discard them. That's fine. I already forgot what I was talking about. So we disregard the truth tables. Why is that the easiest one? I don't know. The easiest premise to evaluate is the second. I'm an idiot. This is a premise. I thought it meant the row. The algorithm wouldn't be the only one to know who doesn't know what's going on. Yeah. It will take us a while as well. Like if you actually want it to mean something as well, right? You're gonna have to think what you want to say, and then you're gonna have to translate it into TFL, and then put it in Pixdream livestream. Yeah. Pixdream, anyways, it's an amazing idea. Let's do it. Do it, and I'll be there in the comments, commenting the entire time. It's gonna be amazing. And also, maybe it could get the non-vegan audience. That would be awesome. Like, if you don't name it as vegan, I guess. If you don't name the video vegan. Just paint cows and just, this is paintings of cows. Live streaming the paintings of cows. It's a good idea. It's a really good one. You should do it, definitely. Anyways, let's continue. So, this is the easiest to evaluate because all it is a negation of the other thing, right? Making the live stream vertical helps. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Pixdream. It's annoying for the viewers, but that's what YouTubes want. They want you to live stream in vertical like this. I need to get my phone like that. Because they want everybody to see YouTube on the phone. They don't like. So many people watch it on TV and they hate it. Yeah. They're competing with TikTok, which is a weird thing. Why don't they want to be their own thing? YouTube's been around for longer than TikTok. Do they just think that people who watch YouTube are gonna die at some point? So they're trying to catch the TikTok kids. Don't they realize that TikTok kids are gonna grow older at some point, and then they're gonna come to YouTube, and hopefully that happens before we die. Tone hates it. All the watchers hate it, but YouTube really wants you to do it. So when you live stream is it horizontally? Yeah. When you live stream like that, it just pushes your live stream into the short feed. And it just creates so much bigger of an audience. It's pretty fucking terrible for the viewer, but amazing for the creator, especially if you have something important to say, So let's continue with this. So basically, because L is true here, the negation of it is false. and because it's false here, the negation of it is true. Note that we no longer need to consider the third line of the table. It's certainly not bad because some premise is false on the line. Some premise is false on that line, right? So what we are looking for, right, is if both of these are true and this is false, then that's a bad line. Because both of them are false, we don't need to continue. We're just going backwards. It's very interesting. So now finally we complete the truth table. So we consider this thing. So we have, so this is false, this is true, and this is false. The truth table has no bad lines, right? It would only be bad if this was true as well, basically. So the argument is valid. It's harder to explain, but I bet it's easier to make. Any valuations which makes every premise true makes the conclusion true. So it's probably worth illustrating the tactic again. Consider this argument. Oh boy, it's probably worth it. Holy fuck, is it loud outside? Sorry, I jumped. Where are we? Shit. There. Okay, sorry. This is just so fucking loud. I can't believe this fucking modern miracle, this computer stuff, that you can absolutely not hear the horrific racket outside. Probably good as well, because there were many times that I would be doxxed if you heard what's going on outside. Right, it's probably worth illustrating the tactic again. Consider this argument. A disjunction B, negation B conjunction C, conclusion A, disjunction negative C. Let's see. Again, we start by evaluating the conclusion. Since this is a disjunction, it is true whenever either disjunction is true. So we can speed things along with this. So whenever it's true, it's just discard it. And you just go for this stuff. Disjunction. Why is this true, false, true, false, true? Shouldn't it be... Oh, it's the first one. Okay. We can now ignore all but the two lines where the sentence after the turnstile is false. So we're only going to concentrate on these two lines. Right. Evaluating the two sentences on the left of the turnstile, we get... Well, I guess it would be... Yeah, it would be easier, so you jump there. So you test this one. Yeah, this is true and this is false. So we found out that this is not valid. There we go. What's up, Bible Dumb Podcast? I'm definitely checking your channel later, guy. Hello. I'm checking your channel later. Maybe I'm checking your channel now. Oh, that's refreshing. What a good name. Bible Dumb Podcast. Guys, only 58 subscribers. If you think Bible is dumb, go get I'm subscribing. There we go. I might have subscribed later if I find your content uninteresting, but probably I'm gonna stay subscribed. I'm just a truth teller, so that's where I go. What's up? Looks interesting so far, though. How long have you been doing this YouTubing? Oof. That is a lot. That's a lot of videos. Holy shit. Are you reading through the Bible? Is that what you're doing? That would be amazing. I love that shit. We're checking it out.
Shut your mouth and listen to me for a minute. Many children healed. We've seen midgets grow. We've seen arms and legs that stop growing because the growth cells.
Oh, that's cool, man.
I don't make this stuff up.
Aaron Rise also does this, but his stream is annoying a bit, so I don't do it. I don't.
What we did know about the Bible, which is
it's a podcast style.
And
Guy, you gotta put your face on it.
Have fun and make jokes and
hopefully make a few connections.
Yeah, maybe learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
So, first Old Testament.
Oops.
Big letters.
Sorry about that.
The Old Testament, the first book of Moses.
Oh, you've just started the video. Okay, awesome. So listen, everybody, go check out Bible Dump podcast if that's your kind of thing. It's definitely my kind of thing. Seriously, this is gonna be my new pastime. Instead of Scientology, I'm gonna listen to the Bible. Tone might be incredibly interesting. Yeah, but we gotta continue a little bit longer with the logic. A little bit longer. So, the entailment holds. How? We found true, false. True. Oh, this is false because there is a negation. Oh, I'm an idiot. False was false. And this is false. So that's fine. So it's valid. And our shortcuts saved us a lot of work. Really? Did it? Well, it would have saved me a lot of mistakes, I think. Because, there you go. Actually, let me just do you the job. And there you go. Go follow Bible Dump podcast. Go there. Go do it. Right, we have been discussing shortcuts in testing for validity, but exactly the same shortcuts can be used in testing for entailment. By employing a similar notion of bad lines, you can save yourself a huge amount of work. We are going to skip practice again. I apologize for that. Partial truth tables. It's not on my list. But so we did read about this. It was annoying. That's what I remember. So I think we're going to skip this one. Oh, validity. Maybe we'll read it next time. I think we're going to make it into 3 live streams. This catch up, guys. I don't think my brain is capable of continuing. And just as the Bible Dump podcast came in. I'm sorry, Bible Dump podcast. This is what we do here. We badly learn formal logic. Really, really badly. But it's fun sometimes. Now we gotta see shorts for Bianca. Thank you, Vegan Power Lab. I almost fucking forgot. So, Poppy the Prairie Dog. Let's go for shorts. We're gonna turn on the volume as well.
Puppy!
This is Puppy.
Oh, hey, Pax.
Oh, Pax was still alive.
Puppy!
Shit.
Oh, hey, Pax.
Oh, Pax was still alive. Pax died. Isn't it a shame? Let's go watch a bit of a longer video. See, if he does this horizontally, it's annoying to some people. But it's... The YouTubes are pushing it really, really hard.
Is that Poppy the prairie dog? Puppy! Oh, it sure is. Hi. Hello.
How cute is that? How cute is Poppy?
What a good girl.
What's more amazing about these videos of Poppy
Soft and sweet.
is these two
Hi.
people.
You got your sister Penelope.
These two people.
Right there.
Have a shitload of animals. And animals are not known for
say hi?
keeping around the surroundings clean. But their house
No.
is fucking spotless.
Sorry, Pen.
Look at that fucking white rug. It's fucking pristine.
Want to do a
Well, it's
big
not
stretch,
exactly
Poppy?
white. It's kind of grayish. And they have a husky and a prairie dog. They have a dog and a prairie dog.
Big stretch.
Aww.
Just cheeky rubs? Okay.
Cutie. She really likes when he rubs her. She's obsessed with him. With the dad. Let's go for shorts again. This was cute, I remember this. Poppy.
You relaxing, Poppy? Poppy?
Poppy. Here she comes.
Cute animals. Holy shit. Let's take the opportunity to talk about how these cute animals are being seriously like fucking trafficked because people want to buy them. And some of them get abused and abandoned the way Paxton was. He was abused and he lost his arm and eventually subsequently died. And how these animals, probably after they're trafficked, are also probably bred. And whenever humans breed animals, it's never fucking nice. Not ever. And it's never for a good reason. So, yeah, I gotta bring the mood down a little bit. Sorry about that. But, you know, look how cute Poppy is. On the pristinely white sheets. How the fuck are they doing this, people? Yeah. Cute. Oh, sorry, I closed it. We'll watch a bit more. A few more. Oh! What the fuck was that? Oh, Paxton died.
Hi, Poppy. Oh, what a sweet girl. Everyone give their pets a big hug and kiss today. And some belly rubs.
Oh, she didn't really want that belly rub, did she?
Hi, Poppy.
Yeah. So, not all pretty.
Poppy! I got some fresh kale for you.
Ah.
And some cheeky rubs. Hi. Puppy! I
Very
got some
cute.
fresh kale for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this time she didn't really want the belly rubs, but usually she does. You know. Humans usually have a hard time understanding what animals want and don't want. Took me ages to understand it. Like when I meet a dog, if they want me to touch them or not, to rub, like to pet them or not. Yeah, she was like, I'll let you belly rub me for social media. Yeah. Usually she does enjoy, yeah. You're very much like a dog. Just roll around with them. Yeah. I'm not like that. And dogs are basically the only animal I'm not allergic to. So I really like dogs. I mean, I really like interacting with dogs. Out of the animals that I have access to, I would have preferred interacting with cats, frankly. But I'm definitely allergic to them. So I don't. Guys, that's it. The prairie dog was cute. We made our PSA on them. And we learned what turnstile is. And we learned some formal logic today. And we properly melted our brains today. And what else did we do? I cried about how I don't deserve your love today. How I don't deserve your participation in these live streams today. But you are here anyways. So, we learned many things. We learned about the Bible Dumb podcast in the last few minutes. So that's amazing. So, thank you for coming. And see you next time.